The weirdest thing happens to every great football team. They start as everyone's favorite. Fans who don't even support them are tuning in just to see what they do next. Football Twitter is basically a fan club. Then, a few years later, those exact same people are saying they're boring. Bro, how does that happen? Spain wins Euro 2008. Everybody loves it. The tiki-taka, the pressing, the movement. It felt like football from a different planet. Then 2010, World Cup, still incredible. Then Euro 2012, people were sleeping. Literally sleeping during matches. Same Spain, same players, same style. Suddenly, boring. Barcelona under Guardiola, same story. First 2 seasons, people called it the greatest club football they'd ever seen. By the end, fans were complaining it was too controlled. Too controlled. Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, somehow a problem. Manchester City. Pep builds something English football has never seen. 4 titles in a row. A system so far ahead of everyone else, and half the Premier League is just watching, waiting for someone to finally stop them. Juventus won Serie A 9 times in a row. 9. And somewhere around year 5, Italian fans weren't celebrating anymore. They were annoyed. Bayern in the Bundesliga, same energy. PSG in League One, same. So what is actually happening? Because these aren't ugly teams. These aren't parking the bus, time-wasting, soul-destroying football clubs. These are historically great sides, and people still got tired of them. Football fans don't hate great football. They hate knowing what's going to happen. When Spain started playing tiki-taka, nobody knew what was coming. Not opponents, not fans. Every match felt like watching something that had never existed before. That uncertainty, that what are they going to do next feeling, that is what made it electric. But real dominance does one thing over time. It removes uncertainty from the equation. After 3, 4, 5 years of watching the same team, you know their system. You know they're going to press here, build from there, win in the end. You don't need to be smart to figure it out. You've just seen it enough times. And the moment you know, the magic dies. Football is entertainment, and uncertainty is its most important ingredient. Not skill, not technique, not goals, uncertainty. The feeling that these 90 minutes could go somewhere you didn't predict. That's what made Morocco at the 2022 World Cup so electric. Japan beating Germany, Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. Those moments weren't just exciting because of what happened. They were exciting because nobody saw them coming. Now, imagine Morocco wins every World Cup for the next 10 years. By year 4, even their own fans are checking their phones at halftime. Because the question is gone. You already know the answer. This is the trap every great team falls into. The better they get, the more they dominate, the more they shrink the thing that makes football worth watching. And the cruelest part? They can't stop it. Guardiola can't decide to be less dominant so the title race is more interesting. The system took years to build. You don't dial it down for entertainment. So what happens is, the team keeps winning. But the emotional connection changes. First you watch to see what greatness looks like. Then you watch to see if someone finally beats them. Then you're barely watching at all. The greatest teams in history don't become boring because they failed. They become boring because they succeeded too completely. They solved football, and solving football destroys the fun of football. We need the puzzle to stay unsolved. That's the whole game. So, is there a team at this World Cup that could break the cycle? Or does the chaos stay chaos all the way to the final? Drop your answer below. I want to know.